and welcome back to my channel. If you saw my last video, you saw that I tried the Soft Matte foundation from Nars and I said it was new. Well, I'm pretty sure we all know by now it's not new. It's very much so old, like years and years old, which I knew. I mean, I literally worked at Ulta for 4 years. I've seen this around so many times, so I definitely knew that. But I think when I went into my Sephora and I first was looking for the Charlotte Tilbury, their new foundation, and they didn't have it, and then I was going by Nars, I didn't see anything new, and then I saw an end cap that had this on it, so I think I was like, oh, they have the new Nars foundation. But yeah, they didn't, and this isn't new. So but I am actually very happy that I made that mistake, because this foundation is really pretty. The longer I kept it on and the more I wore it throughout the day, and I wore it again yesterday as well for the second time, I think it might be like the most beautiful foundation I've ever put on my face, honestly. And I usually like a glowy foundation, like I've said before, but the way that this foundation makes your skin look so perfect and flawless, like completely flawless. Every time I looked in the mirror, I was like, my skin, like, it looks perfect. Like, so it's really crazy. I'm definitely probably sticking with more glowy things for every day, but if I'm wanting that long lasting coverage, that full coverage, and my skin looking completely flawless, I'm definitely going for this. So yeah, I'm glad I made that mistake, because I would have never chosen to pick this up. I never go for matte, so I would have never chosen to grab this. So I'm glad I made the mistake and I got to try this because it is beautiful. So I feel like we should definitely keep talking about it. And I think that if you're wanting full coverage and you want that like almost just perfection looking skin, and you're okay with like a matte finish, then I feel like you would really love this. But I went to a different Sephora then the other day and did find their actual new foundation, the light reflecting foundation. I was also so surprised, because I was like, everyone's coming out with like glowy foundations and tinted serums and tinted moisturizers and stuff like that, and I was so surprised. I was like, why would they be coming out with a matte foundation? That's like so not what's popular right now. Well, that's why, because it's not new. But this one is, so the light reflecting foundation, so this one says, see your skin in its best light. Light reflecting foundation instantly diffuses light to blur imperfections and smooth the look of skin. It has skincare ingredients, strengthens the skin's barrier to maintain moisture day by day. It visibly improves skin's clarity even after makeup is removed. Medium buildable coverage, natural finish, breathable all day wear. So that's what I'm going to be trying today. I'm going to do a little first impressions first, and then I'll wear it throughout the day and check in. And then I'm also going to work out tonight as well. So I think I'm just going to leave it on, see like how long it lasts, see if it kind of breaks up at all. I'm a pretty sweaty person, so I just want to see like how it wears, what it looks like. Because I usually don't love to wear makeup to workouts, just because I know it's not the best for my skin, but sometimes you have to, so it'd be nice to know kind of how it performs and what it's going to look like if you end up having to like run to your workout after work or something. So so yeah, let's try that, the actual new Nars foundation, and give it a good go. So I got it in Gobi L3. I very much so wanted to go a little bit deeper too, because spring and summer is coming, but I just knew that it'd be so dark for me right now. But it says shake well, so it must be pretty like liquidy. It sounds pretty liquidy. I'm gonna use my fingers on one side and then a beauty blender on the other side, because that's just normally how I would apply like a very glowy foundation. So I think I'm just gonna put, it's pretty liquidy. I'm just gonna put it on one half and blend it out with my fingers. So that was way too much for one half of your face, so I'm just gonna blend it over to the other side too. Okay, so right away it's kind of pilling up right now, like on the side. I don't know if you can like see that. And all I have on my skin right now is my vitamin C serum that I always use from Tula and the moisturizer. So I use that every single day for my like morning routine. So nothing like weird or different. I never had issues like this. So it is like pilling up right here. I'm not liking that feeling at all. Feels like it's like sitting on top of my skin. I think I'm gonna go redo this. I think I'm gonna take it off. When you're pulling with your fingers, it kind of just pulls the product around, it feels like, so then it like kind of pills. Ew, I don't like the feeling of it. Plus I just grabbed too much on one side too, so I like smoothed it over the other side. But I think I'm just gonna take this off, reapply my moisturizer, and just do like a brush and a beauty blender instead of my fingers, because I don't like this feeling at all, like on my fingers even. The finish seems pretty, but it's like just pilling weird, and it just didn't like blend nicely. I could tell right away. I was like, ooh. So let's take this off, and I don't think fingers are gonna be the way to go with this. It's just not a, it's just like a not a, it's a cringy feeling for me. Okay, so I washed that off and just reapplied my moisturizer. So instead of using my fingers, I feel like it could be that I applied too much, but it's still like you should still be able to drag it over. Like I dragged it over the other side and basically covered my other side, and it still like got all pilly. So I don't know, and I just like don't love the feeling on my hands anyway, so I probably just won't use it that way. But I'm gonna just put one pump on the back of my hand, and then I have a wet beauty blender, and I'm just gonna apply it that way instead and kind of pat it into the skin instead of dragging it. Like that dragging motion was kind of the issue. So my beauty blender like sucked in a lot of it right away. But you definitely need a very small amount. Like that covered my face almost completely. With just that one pump, and then the beauty blender, like I said, kind of sucking in some as well. I'd say the foundation matches pretty freaking accurate. I'm gonna do another pump on the back of my hand, and I need a little bit more coverage here. See how it builds on top of itself. And then around my nose, I usually need more coverage. Add some more there. It's so liquidy that I feel like my beauty blender is absorbing a lot of it. It's kind of why I want to try my fingers so I'm not like wasting product. Plus it's like so easy to apply with your fingers if it works. Okay, so yeah, definitely medium coverage. It gives a really pretty like evenness to the skin, but I just still see like some redness, my little breakout there. But it's definitely really pretty, like a perfect medium coverage, kind of covering like what you need to cover, but still looking very natural. So it doesn't say it's supposed to be necessarily glowy. I feel like saying light reflecting in my mind translates to being like glowy, but it says natural finish and it's just supposed to like blur imperfections and smooth your skin, so it's definitely not a glowy foundation. I feel like I'm getting more natural to like almost matte, but I do have drier skin, so I'm gonna try a brush on this side. I'm just using the It Cosmetics, I think it's like the blurring foundation brush, and do one pump on the back of my hand again. Okay, I feel like I got more coverage with the brush. Like this is looking very full coverage, especially in the camera right now. Like I look very covered. And again, that could be because the sponge sucked up a lot of the product, so it probably didn't apply as much on this side. But both sides are really pretty. I just think I got less coverage on this side. And this one looks more glowy. Like now you can see more of that like natural finish, like a little bit more of that glow, like healthy looking skin look. This side, I don't really see much glow at all. A little bit here, but this side I turn and I'm like, ooh, there's like the more natural, healthy looking glow that I was kind of expecting, like that light reflecting aspect of that. So I'm very surprised because I thought this would be like a finger or beauty blender applied foundation, but I am liking it better with a brush. And it's not pilling or anything now. Like it's pretty much like dried down. Feels very nice on the skin. I don't think it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Like it's kind of just like gives me the coverage, and I like that it has a little bit more of that glow on this side, but I'm not like blown away at all, I guess. But I don't hate it or anything. Like, I think it's gonna be a good foundation to use, just like a good just like daily medium coverage foundation. But so far not like my favorite thing ever. That's also just like first impressions of it too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, see how things kind of apply on top of it. I'm not gonna powder at all because it is supposed to be long wearing, so I want to see like how it does on its own. First I'm gonna bronze up a little bit with the Anastasia cream bronzer. I've been using this with a stipple brush a lot, but I felt like I kind of wanted to try the beauty blender today now that I have one again. Didn't have one for a couple weeks there. For blush, I'm going to use the Nars Behave blush. It's a really good like neutral pink. I feel like with this shirt, like the browns, I kind of want to stay more neutral and brown tones. Like usual, I'm just gonna put the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel through my brows. I really want to try the Refi Brow Gel. I haven't seen it in stores yet around here, but I know I can just order it too. But it looks so beautiful. So let me know if you guys have tried that at all and if it's good. I think I'm just gonna put that same Behave blush in my crease instead of bronzer. I'm just gonna do that instead. Like I said, it's like a neutral pink, so that'll be kind of pretty on my eyes. Give my lashes a little curl. Sorry, it's very loud around here because it's like raining and windy and kind of a little stormy. So I feel like it's just like loud, and then you hear my like wind chime going in the wind. I'm gonna use the Lancome mascara. And for lips, I'm gonna do the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner. And then I tried this in a TikTok yesterday. It's the Lifter Gloss from Maybelline in Stone, and I really, really love it. I would say it's like thicker and like creamier than the Fenty gloss, I think. It just feels like thicker. I would say the Fenty gloss is more shiny, and like you put it on, you're like, oh my god, it looks like glass on your lips. But this is definitely very similar. I would just say a little bit more like thick. Feels more like a cream than like a gloss, if that makes sense. But it's so pretty. It lasts really long. I wore it all day yesterday. I didn't even apply it once, and obviously it kind of like came off a little bit, but it still looked really nice with that liner. But I really love it. Like super good dupe for any more expensive gloss, and it smells so good. It smells like the beach, so I am actually really loving it. So I think that's all I'm gonna do with my makeup. Super just neutral, natural, everyday makeup, what I kind of always do. Okay, so that is the makeup done. First impressions, it is really pretty, and it's not doing anything funky or anything on my skin anymore after I kind of like decided to not use my fingers at all with the Beauty Blender and with the brush. It hasn't given me any issues at all. So yeah, I feel like it looks really pretty on the skin. Definitely a medium coverage. I think it's just not like quite as glowy and like luscious and like hydrating feeling as I like imagine in my head, but that could just be like what I was just thinking because there's so many like juicy products out there right now. So yeah, definitely first impressions, not like my favorite. I'm not like blown away at all, but it's pretty. I'm gonna use it for sure, as long as it doesn't do anything like too weird throughout the day now as I wear it. But yeah, okay, so I will check in a couple hours before I work out so we kind of see how it sits before that, and then I'm going to show you guys after I work out as well, just to like see how it held up through sweat and like, you know, all the movement and everything. I feel like it's just kind of the ultimate test of it, like how it holds up. So yeah, I will see you in a couple hours for a little check-in, and we'll see how this lasts. Thought I would show you guys quick in natural light because I had to use my big lights today to film because it's so gloomy out. I didn't want the video to be like super dark, but so this is just natural light coming in through the window. So I would just show you what it looks like. Yeah, super pretty. It's not like looking funky or anything. Close to the skin. I don't know, I'm like indifferent to it right now, I guess. Like it's pretty, I'm just not blown away or something, but we'll check in a couple hours. Okay, here's a little update. It's about 3 hours later. I'm about to go work out. I feel like it hasn't really changed much at all. Like it looks pretty much the same as when I first applied it. I do feel like this foundation's a little bit like makeup-y looking. Like around my nose it looks kind of like when I was looking in the mirror, just a little like I don't know, like thick or something. You can just like see it. It just doesn't like, I just feel like it kind of sits on top of the skin a little bit more. That's like the only thing I noticed, that it just looks like a little bit like makeup-y. Like I feel very makeup-y and done up to be going and working out right now. So yeah, but I mean it still looks really pretty. Obviously like in the camera for photos I feel like it's a really pretty foundation in that way too. But I feel like once you get like a little bit closer to my skin I look pretty makeup-y and cakey, I guess is the word. But not the worst that I've ever had. So little update. Still looking pretty good. So let's go work out. Hello. So I'm really a sweaty mess right now, but I just wanted to check in, do the last little check-in. So it actually looks really good. Like obviously it's not going to be perfect and it's not going to stay that well when you're sweating your booty off, but I just wanted to see if it would be a foundation you could wear like going on a hike, or you're going on the river, or going to the beach or whatever, and it not looking really terrible and broken up for the day, even if you get like a little bit sweaty. So I feel like it looks as good as it could, being that I was just like really sweaty and wiping my head and everything. So yeah, I feel like I still look like nice, like I still like have some coverage, and I just feel like if you're one of those people that aren't comfortable going and working out or going and doing anything without face makeup on, it could be an option for you to have a little something on even when you're like being active and sweating and everything. So I think it looks pretty good for being a sweaty mess. So one thing to mention with this is it does have skincare in it, so it is different in that way from other foundations. So that is a really good plus that you don't get with a lot of foundations, I feel like. But it's kind of my first impressions slash little wear test. I'll definitely keep like wearing it and updating you guys on any issues I have, or if I end up really loving it for different things. So yeah, I'll let you know, but this is my last little check-in. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely give it a like if you did, and subscribe to my channel. I'm glad I could get my hands on this finally and actually do a review of a new foundation. Let me know if you guys have tried this and if you like it or not down in the comments below. And let me know if there is another foundation you want me to try. I know Makeup Forever just came out with a new foundation as well, the Charlotte Tilbury that I keep talking about. And I think Dior as well came out with two like versions of a new foundation. So yeah, let me know what I should review next. Have a good weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye!